How to use threats as a defensive resource. Have you ever wondered how to turn the tables in chess by using threats as a defensive resource? It might sound surprising, but threats can be a powerful tool to protect your king while putting pressure on your opponent. Let's break down how you can do this effectively. First, you need to identify potential threats against your position. This means looking closely at your opponent's pieces and their possible moves. Pay special attention to any threats targeting your king. Once you have a clear picture of what your opponent is planning, you can start to create counterthreats. Counterthreats are moves that distract your opponent from their attack. For example, if your opponent is aiming to open a file against your king, you can threaten their pieces or prepare a counter-attack on the other side of the board. This forces them to rethink their strategy and can buy you valuable time. Another important strategy is to develop your pieces in a way that supports your king. This includes castling to connect your rooks and moving pieces to control key squares. When your pieces are well placed, they can create threats against your opponent's position, making it harder for them to focus on attacking your king. Managing your pawn structure is also vital. Avoid moving pawns in front of your king unless absolutely necessary. Moving these pawns can create weaknesses that your opponent can exploit. Instead, keep your pawns solid and use them to shield your king from attacks. Controlling the center of the board is essential for both offense and defense. By controlling central squares, you limit your opponent's mobility, making it more difficult for them to launch a successful attack on your king. When your opponent does create threats, you can use your own threats to neutralize theirs. This might involve exchanging pieces, blocking their path, or simply chasing their attacking pieces away from your king. Lastly, keep your opponent under constant pressure by creating threats against their position. This not only distracts them from focusing on your king but also forces them to defend instead of attack. In the context of king safety, threats can help you exploit weaknesses in your opponent's position. If they have weakened their king's defenses by moving pawns, you can create threats to take advantage of those weaknesses. This could mean launching a pawn storm or using your pieces to attack the squares around their king. By using threats effectively, you can defend your king while also turning the tables on your opponent. This strategy not only protects your position but can also lead to gaining a strategic advantage. So next time you play, remember that threats are not just for attacking. They can be a key part of your defensive strategy too.